Guys, I have really good news.
Tell me.
Charles Hamilton is back yet again.
Yay, Charles, welcome back. Wait. He's not by himself. My girl crush is here. Rita Ora is here.
Oh, I forgot Rita Ora. The major Rita Ora is here. We are continuing Albanian Awareness Week.
Oh yeah, big up to the Albanian massive.
Yeah, have you ever met Action Bronson before?
No, but we've spoken on social media multiple times trying to kind of like get in together and work with me, Action Bronson and Mark Ronson, but we've always been like schedulally never in the same place.
Hey, so you guys just performed on Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty major. Remember we talked about that last time you were here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, did you watch it, Rosenberg?
No, but I haven't watched the episode yet. It's on my DVR.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's.
By the way, Rita, first of all, I just sat with Charles last week for an hour. Rita, I see everywhere 24 hours a day. I don't have to feel bad. Yeah, she's an Instagram monster. She's on TV everywhere. Look at what she's wearing.
What?
Only a huge celebrity can wear this. What is that? It's an all pink head to toe outfit
Yeah.
with like a black flap.
Yeah.
You know you're famous. You're wearing John Lennon glasses.
Yeah, because it's before 12.
Oh, of course. But of course. The point is I see Rita all the time. I see Charles. Charles, I got to ask you, what is it like to go from, we hadn't heard from you for years, and now you're on national TV, and you're running around with like an A-lister in Rita Ora. Yeah, A-list.
Oh my God, that's the nicest thing Rosenberg has ever said.
What's that like, though? It's a lot.
I feel like Sting.
Sting the wrestler or Sting
the wrestler.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Sting.
In what sense?
Like, I went through my black and white phase. I felt like everybody turned against me, and I went through my black and white phase and did things on my own, and now I have like some high-powered people having my back. You know, Sting is in WWE now. He's about to take on Triple H.
Good WrestleMania plug, Charles.
I know.
Wrestling for hours, but I definitely feel like Sting. Like,
So you're
out of
definitely
the darkness.
You're definitely in a better place right now.
Yeah.
So how does it feel? Because I know at the beginning when we had our last conversation with you, you were talking about like the trouble you had with like social media and like people coming at you, and then now you're like on a humongous platform. How do you handle that now?
Just stay humble.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I have to do is remain humble, you know. Don't forget that it was the gifts I already had that got me here. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to indulge in anything that's going to deter me away from my path. You know,
Have you asked Rita? Is there any advice? Listen, I'm sure, considering you have millions of followers on every social platform, I'm sure you get trolled 24/7. I'm sure there's always people saying things to you that are reckless.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you can give to Charles to like not sort of get bogged down by the crazy things people say?
The thing is with Charles, the reason why I wanted to work with Charles is because I think he's one of the best storytellers I've heard in a long time. Like, I actually listened to him word for word, and I think I love the tone of his voice, but also especially in New York Rain, and he's really passionate, and he wrote the whole thing, even the hook. So to me it was like, wow. And every verse, if you listen to it, it progresses passionately and more passionately, to the point where it's like boom, and then it just explodes. But the advice, not really, no, because I think in two different types of lanes, it's like it's two different types of comments. You know, I'm more kind of visually commented on, if that makes any sense, you know, for the meantime. But like, he is something different. He's got substance of kind of like emotion and stories, and you know, you kind of know things about him, and I can hear voices. And
I know. Put those headphones on.
Yeah.
You don't hear every word
Signal
Marissa
that.
says in the background.
long story short,
Those
you
are
know,
the voices coming at you from the internet.
Yeah. No, long story short, he's just got a lot to say, you know, and I wanted to be a part of his journey. That's it.
Well, speaking of which, you mentioned the thing about him getting to be known for content a little bit more, and recently, at least in the States, you being commented on more for looks. What is happening with you musically here? And do you ever fear that, like, at this point, some people with Rita Ora think you're just famous for being famous? They don't know that you have like an incredible voice, and you like. Does that ever concern you? And what's the plan musically here in the States? We know you're finishing up TV in the UK right now, etc.
Yeah, well, right now I'm doing The Voice UK, so after that, well, I'm kind of balancing both, you see. So I've just finished 2 movies, and the thing is, I've never actually released an album in the States, ever. So this is going to be my first record basically in the United States. So it comes out just after summertime, and I am a musician and I do sing. And the thing is, just because I do more than one thing, it doesn't mean that you technically have to get confused. You just got to get with the program.
You know, it's crazy. The first time Rita came here to Hot 97, she just came with her guitar player and sang her ass off. Everybody in the room was like, because you know, a lot of times, Rita, I'm pretty sure you get it all the time. They feel like, oh, you're just a studio singer. You can't. Yo, she could really blow. Like, I became a fan that day when you came.
Thank you so much.
It was super. Can you talk about the movies you're working on?
Yeah, well,
Sorry. Oh, excuse me. There's movies as well.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. I think people have kind of misinterpreted what it takes to be not only a musician but also a businesswoman. And I feel like there's more to a person than just doing one thing. If you can do more than one thing, why wouldn't you? So with my record, which I've just actually finished, it comes out just after the summertime. The first single comes out in about 2 months' time, including Charles's, which is out now, FYI.
It's on iTunes, New York Rain.
There is a movie I did with Antoine Fuqua, who did Training Day and all that. It's called Southpaw, and it's with Jake Gyllenhaal. And these kind of things, it's like an obstacle. It's kind of one by one building it up. But in all honesty, it's all about the music, my friends.
That's what you're not focused on the movies, even though the movies are cool. Love it.
Yeah, but it's cool. But it's just little bits and bobs. It's building that foundation. But you know, I'm gonna tour out here, and it's kind of like I'm moving out here. So.
Have you not been fully living out here?
No, I've been back and forth.
Really, the whole time?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm back and forth a lot.
Sorry, Laura.
No, go ahead.
What's the first thing that you did in your life that started getting you to be very well known?
Well, I think it was the record I did, a drum and bass record I did back in Europe called Hot Right Now, which was the first ever drum and bass record to reach #1 in history. So dropping that, it was like, okay, cool, what else are you gonna do? So then I started songwriting, and I released my first record in Europe, but I actually never released anything out here. So it's kind of nice that people even know who I am out here, not being able to have released anything apart from Black Widow and this record
with
New York
Iggy
Raining.
and this with Charles.
Yeah, so it's a good kind of foundation. I think it's people get confused because you can see me more than you can hear me.
Well, of course, the fashion world loves you. Like, the fashion world loves you.
you.
Are you doing another collaboration with Adidas?
Yeah, we've just signed on to doing a few more years. And then
God, she's so mage.
And then
everything she says is more mage than the things she said before. Everything's so mage.
Oh, well, Charles is like one of those people that keeps me hungry, and it's like I am always going to be hungry. But like he's so passionate about music, and it's like we just signing on to Adidas is just another branch of getting, I guess, the Rita Ora brand out there.
God, even you saying Adidas is mage.
I know. Charles, are we going to see you on season 2 of Empire?
If they call me to be a part of it, I'm down.
That'll be dope, right? To see Charles as a character.
Charles and
that'll be
Yaz.
dope.
Yes.
Charles, how was the feedback? Were you happy with like what your friends and family and everyone said about your interview you did here?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. I think people are starting to understand like there's a little bit more to me than just the crazy beliefs. I'm not calling my beliefs crazy, but you know, there's more to me than just putting out a bunch of music, even though I put a lot of myself into the music.
You know what people hit me up about, and they said you didn't ask them about something that was really big about, you know, a lot of people hit me up about it, was that I didn't ask you about one thing that people considered a big mistake you made, the Dilla executive producing a project. Tell us about that. Do you regret that?
I meant well.
I knew you meant well.
I didn't, there were some technical things that I didn't do that led to it being a bigger issue than it really was, but I definitely wasn't trying to milk the Yancey family. I had a very clear intentions. I just didn't make it clear to the managerial side of things and the label side, and I wasn't aware of certain red tape involved. So I can accept that L, but
you were trying to pay homage to Dilla.
Yeah, you know, to put it out bluntly, yeah, I really was just trying to help out financially. Like the whole plan I had, if I had given this plan to the right people to execute it, there'd be no issues. You know, I wouldn't be afraid to go to Dilla Day.
Right. But now you wouldn't go to Dilla. You don't think you'd be welcome to Dilla Day right now?
I don't think I'd be very welcome.
How is it hanging out with all these Brits nonstop? Are you learning anything from these wonderful British people you're surrounded by all the time?
I'm getting back in tune with having class.
I didn't didn't know you had class previously. You're going back. What's happening? What were you learning? I thought you were just like me, a regular bum.
Learning how to make tea.
Yeah, are you making tea and crumpets?
Nah, it's not. It's not that extreme. It's just like I kind of let myself go as far as like how I carry myself, and they're kind of bringing me back into where I kind of grew up. I grew up in a middle class home, so I know I got home training, but as soon as I left home, I just said screw everything. So they're kind of getting me back in touch with.
Well, you were in jail and you were at home and you were homeless at one point.
Well, that's no excuse to not have class.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Charles. So I'm glad to see you're getting back on the horse.
Yeah.
Hey, I never knew about the rap battle between him and Kendrick.
Yeah,
I never knew about that.
Battle. Like,
please, clarify because I'm clueless. But my question to you is: have you heard "To Pimp a Butterfly"? And would you be open to do something with Kendrick? Because that would be super dope, you two together.
I'd love to work with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick, if you're out there and you listen, I'd love to do a track with you. You know.
So tell me. So it wasn't a battle. What was it?
What happened?
Get close to the mic, Charles.
I was performing at SOBs, and at the end of my set, I went into the crowd and I threw on the Big L Jay-Z 7-minute freestyle instrumental, and I was giving the mic to whoever in the crowd could spit, and Kendrick just happened to be one of the people.
Okay.
So I gave him the mic. He said, "Yo, my name is K Dye. I'm from where he's from," and he just started spitting. I was like, "All right, cool. You know, I don't."
And then everybody was like, "The battle."
He's like, "Nah, it's not a
big
battle. I just
Got
the only thing that might have added to the battlefield was like as soon as he spit, I spit right after him. So like,
but it wasn't a battle. You were both just. It was a cipher more than a battle.
Exactly. Right. That was the same night as the Sirius Jones battle. So like it was maybe battle was in the air, but I wasn't trying to come at. I'm not a battle. I grew up a battle rapper, but I'm not
anymore.
Battle, yeah,
Rita, have you heard the Kendrick album by any chance?
Yeah, I have actually.
What do you think about it?
It's major.
It's major. Would you say?
It's major. No, it's great. I mean, I love Kendrick. Actually, I saw him Made in America the last Made in America, and I was just kind of like, whoa. And he was on his own on stage with a spotlight, and it was just kind of like, see, now that's what I love that, you know. And it's just like when I saw Charles for the first time perform live, and I've been a fan of his, but then he just sits there with a piano and he just spits, and it's like, whoa, you know, and he just plays and he just speaks at the same, and I actually haven't really seen that, so I'm just happy at the moment. I think hip-hop is doing incredible things.
And what about hip-hop in the UK? I mean, this is a big moment.
Oh yeah, no, grime has always been alive, though. I don't know if you guys know about that much out here.
Well, now it's becoming, grime's having such a big moment right now. Who are you checking for?
Well, you know, back in the day, like in the UK, we had like Skepta, we had like Roll Deep, we had like Dizzy, which I think you guys kind of knew about out here.
SAS.
Yeah, we fixed up Look
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah, but I mean, beyond that, you've got like the streets, man. You've got like people like battling it out that you probably wouldn't even understand because they're so English, but it's just like it's taking it back to the UK garage days. I don't know if you guys DJ Luck and all that MC Neat kind of stuff, and it was all about like we basically what it was like, it's like we rap but on fast beats. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, we're not total ignoramuses. We've heard our share of grime.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
you guys don't play any, so I'm like, all right, well.
I actually recently started playing, I've been playing Stormzy quite a bit. Who's dope.
Stormzy!
And I started playing some Skepta stuff as well.
Yeah.
Skepta's having a huge moment since Kanye kind of co-signed him and Drake did as well.
And you had a record with Tiny Temper too, right?
I did. My first record, R.I.P., was with Tiny Temper, and then there was there's a bunch of people, but it's a shame because it's like they come and then you kind of don't hear about them, and then it's like, oh, he was dope. So
no, I think this is going to be different. I do think they're actually going to have a real moment right now.
Me too.
So speaking of you being major and famous, Rita, is she dating anyone really famous?
Can we not go there?
She doesn't want to talk about her Hilfiger.
She's dating a Hilfiger?
Yeah,
not the rapper. You're not dating Rich Hill,
Can we just not go there?
You just want to talk
Can you
about
chill?
All right, fine. How about you meet Action Bronson for the first time?
Oh my God!
First of all, Charles Hamilton, and then Rita Ora, an Albanian, the Albanian connection of the century.
Been made.
It's okay. Don't apologize.
God, it's like, what?
Action Bronson is here.
We've been trying to meet for a minute.
I know. This is him in the flesh. Bam Bam.
Are you here?
I'm very excited to see this moment. Grab a chair.
Thank you.
By the way, Charles, did you and he's going around and kiss Laura Styles? Charles, did you and Bronson know each other at all?
Nah, but I'm a big fan of his work.
Really?
He's dope.
Upset? But now I'm
All right,
not
have a
tired.
seat. Have a seat and don't you worry. Sit down.
I'm here.
There's a microphone.
Thank you.
Charles, what were you just saying?
I'm a big fan of your work.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
fan.
Good looking, man.
And Bronson, is your first time meeting Rita Ora?
Yes, it is.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm good.
There you are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here.
Oh my god, it's so nice because
What-
we've spoken on like social media and all that, but we just never been in the same country at the same time.
Damn, Peter, you make everything happy, yo. You're just.
I know. We wanted to do this for you.
You're just a Jewish matchmaker.
I know.
I know.
What do you think about? What would you think about you and her having an Albanian child together?
I just hope he. I just
Oh
hope it
my
has
Lord.
his hair color because I love that hair color.
Thank you. Natural, baby, natural.
All
Come on,
natural.
natural from the mountains.
For real.
Who knows more crazy New York Albanians? I'm gonna go with Bronson on this one. My assumption, right?
I mean, I'm from here.
So you have a lot of crazy Albanians around.
There's a lot
I
of
mean,
us.
there's a ridiculous amount of them, to tell you the truth. And you know, when you meet somebody and you tell them you're Albanian, they're like, "Oh my God, you're fucking crazy." Da, 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 da.
Are you Rita? You've been on to turn up. I could tell, right?
Yeah. What do you mean? I turn up all the time.
Yeah.
But are you finna turn up?
Yes.
Like if someone grabs you in the
Yes.
club too hard.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right? Just because I'm from England don't mean we don't turn up, all right? There's a few amount of us as well, but yeah, I mean, you just always have to have your thing. I think it's our instinct, though. We're just like that. We just have our own back a lot.
Can you like walk down the street in the UK at all? Be honest.
No.
You can't walk down at all.
No, not
It's
really.
Not,
But I
it's a
still
wrap.
like to. I go and I buy some milk and stuff.
Is that intentional? Do you really need milk when you do that, or do you just want to prove that you can buy milk
Just to
still?
buy milk.
Yeah, I mean, I go and I try to be as normal as possible. Like I go into the supermarket and all that. But it's great. It comes with territory. I'm not complaining as well.
I'm gonna be honest. Everyone, celebrities always complain about not going to the supermarket.
I love it.
You're missing nothing. The supermarket stinks. No, except for my
I
beautiful
was
West
just
Side Market.
in Keith. What are you talking about? I was
And you go to
literally
Key?
just in Keith.
Yeah, but supermarket, it's therapeutic.
so is.
You want to go and take some time to
And you know
out
what's
some
so great?
delicious
The
vegetables.
cleaning product
Come on,
section
man.
is
Yes.
like the best section.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You like the cleaning products.
Section, yeah, it's like getting the bleach, getting like the wipes. What do you want to smell like? What do you want your washing powder to smell like? You know that excites me.
Really?
They got candles. They got candles in that section.
Scented candles of all varieties.
Religious ones, whatever you want. Sprays.
Religious ones.
Yeah.
That's so
Candles, I'll
nice.
take one of those sometimes.
Bronson, okay, real quick. If you were to, let's say when you guys walked out of the studio, Rita Ora came up to you. She was like, "Yo, I know we were just joking around before, but I really want to ask you.
Nice.
Would you possibly go on a date with me? What would you cook for Rita Ora?
Oh my God.
What would you do?
Oh, this
I
is
would have
good.
to make something of the homeland.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're gonna have
like?
to.
I would have to make something from the homeland.
Like?
Maybe
I can't cook, so it has to be you.
What do you like?
You
like
can cook?
kebab?
I like shabapa, I like pita, I like flea.
I was just gonna say I'll make flea because it's
Oh,
the
it's
most.
so good.
It's the most skillful thing to make. You have to be a wizard to make this
Yeah,
dish.
you do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is it?
It's like a pancake battered dough.
Yeah.
And you have to layer it like that and cook them each individually. Like
But you
that,
gotta
boom.
leave the right amount of time. It's
Exactly.
like it's all about how long you keep
It's
it there.
timing.
Amazing.
It's a very, 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 very technical dish.
It so is. I love
but
that.
it's so peasant. It's like, it's just dough.
It's
Yeah.
very regular, but it takes a lot of time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Rita, would you be impressed if he was to
100%.
prepare this meal for you?
Yeah, 100%. I
'Cause
can't
men
even
don't
make
make it.
Yeah, men don't make it.
Don't make it.
Really?
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
Very interesting. Laura, if this happens between Action Bronson and Rita Ora, and it all comes back to here, can you imagine how out of here we're gonna be?
I mean, first let's talk about getting an Albanian anthem out there.
Oh,
First of
man.
all,
What about an Albanian song? Can you guys come
Both of
together
you
on a
are here.
track?
You guys will make it happen.
Absolutely. It would
I
be
mean, I would love
incredible.
that. I just spoke to Mark Ronson recently about it, and he was like, I really want to get you in Action to come in and do this. Like, I know there's a lot of you out there. Like, I'm like, us? What does that mean? He's like,
A lot of you people.
Yeah, right. But as in, like,
How would you even go about making an Albanian? I just said we should make a hot song.
that's what I'm saying. But it will
That will become the
automatically-
Albanian anthem.
Yeah. So it's exciting. You
Does
know,
Mark Ronson? Do you ever notice that Mark Ronson goes in and out of having a British accent?
all the time.
Do you ever give him a hard time for it?
all the time.
Okay, good. I thought I was the only one.
But it's funny because his wife's French, so I mean, there's no saving him. It's like whatever he feels like talking. You know?
I know, and he just comes back. I feel like when I see him after he's been in England, he just comes back. But then, to be honest, he actually grew up in England.
Yeah.
I've only been there once, and I came back talking like I was British, so I understand.
Charles, what about you?
I went to London once.
And
I just stayed in the hotel room making beats.
that sounds very Charles Hamilton of you. Charles, let's be honest, Charles, you're also geeking out a little bit because you told me when you walked in, you walked past one of your heroes here.
Yeah, ALC is in the building. Alchemist is here.
Can someone get Alchemist too? Sorry, if we already had that thing. If we introduced these Albanians, I want Charles Hamilton to meet someone he looks up to.
Alchemist is the man.
And Alchemist did an incredible song or two. One or two songs on your album?
Three
songs on your album.
But he's like a mentor, so he mentored me.
And guided you through the whole
and
thing.
Pretty much, you know, yells at me and talks, you know, crazy to me. So I appreciate him for that.
He's a wonderful man, the Alan the chemist. All right, so we're gonna bring an Alchemist. We're gonna have them say hello. Then you guys are gonna on a date and have children and live happily ever after. And it all started right here. All right, Alchemist, welcome. Charles Hamilton wanted to bow down to you and show you love. So. Charles.
Dude, we're just making all kind of connections today, Rosenberg.
We're connectors.
Hey, Rosenberg.
Yes, Charles.
Y'all know I'm from Cleveland, right?
No, I didn't know that. I think it was hometown.
I was born in Cleveland.
Okay.
There was a shooting. It was a 13-year-old kid who got shot unarmed by a police officer in Cleveland. I just wanted to kind of bring up something about social awareness. Like, you can't just respond to everything because everyone jumps on it. You have to be aware of the social climate no matter where it is.
Well, and no one's talking, and you don't think people are talking about this the same way
at all.
No,
because like it was a malicious shooting. Like the guy got fired because he had emotional problems.
The police officer did.
got
so it's not
fired.
like they even not even the police department stuck behind him. They instantly were like, this was bad.
Yeah, and it didn't hit news or anything. I feel like, you know, especially with the Ferguson thing, there has to be a little bit more social awareness and consciousness about everything that goes on in the news. Granted, everything doesn't get reported, but I just felt some sort of way because someone from my hometown, a kid from my hometown, got shot by a cop, and no one said anything. But like, everyone flew to Ferguson.
Well, that's interesting because you just did two services. Number one, you brought up a really important issue, which should be addressed. And number two, you saved Rita Ora from me asking her about mainstream rumors, which I don't really even know anything about, to be honest.
Appreciate it.
So you made it. Well, thank you, Charles. I'm glad you brought that up so people can investigate that on their own. The song New York Raining is out right now on iTunes.
Boop, 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 boop.
If you happen to be in the UK watching this video, how many more episodes of The Voice do you have, Rita?
Oh, nice. 2 live shows left.
2 live shows. Are you enjoying doing The Voice?
It's good. I'm a coach, so it's like doing it. It's like takes a lot of time. I'm not gonna lie. It's like long days, but it's nice. It's good to see these kids, and it's like there's a lot of talent in the UK at the moment coming out. So it's only the beginning. I found someone really special though. She's a special diamond.
Can you help me become a host on British television? Because we always have wonderful.
It's not gonna happen. Your accent is horrible.
I'm not gonna talk with a fake accent.
You're like, come over. You can come stay over, and I'll make some food and all that malarkey.
Will you make me some flea?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know how to cook Albanian food?
No.
Okay. Well, Bronson.
Well, there you go. You have a great coach now.
Yeah.
Modern.
Thank you guys both for coming by.
Let me just say this. I just watched 17 episodes of Empire last night.
You binge watched.
I'm just gonna let you know.
That's what you did the night before your album?
I have no idea about anything. I have no idea what happened. All I know is that he had ALS.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know anybody with Lou Gehrig's disease.
No, that's true. You know,
it's a very rare thing.
It is very rare.
I just wanted to say.
Thank you, Action Bronson. Thank you, Alchemist, Rita Ora, Charles Hamilton, the most random posse cut in history. This is like self-destruction adjacent.
Are we out here?
Guys, I have really good news.
Tell me.
Charles Hamilton is back yet again.
Yay, Charles! Welcome back. Wait. He's not by himself. My girl crush is here. Rita Ora is here.
Oh, I forgot Rita Ora. The major Rita Ora is here. We are continuing Albanian Awareness Week.
Oh yeah, big up to the Albanian, massive.
Yeah, have you ever met Action Bronson?
Everybody turned against me, and I went through my black and white phase and did things on my own, and now I have like some high-powered people having my back. you know, Sting is in WWE now. He's about to take on Triple H.
Good WrestleMania plug, Charles.
I know.
Wrestling for hours, but I definitely feel like Sting. Like,
so you're definitely
out of the darkness.
You're definitely in a better place right now.
Yeah.
So how does it feel? Because I know at the beginning when we had our last conversation with you, you were talking.
As I see Rita all the time, I see Charles. Charles, I gotta ask you, what is it like to go from we hadn't heard from you for years, and now you're on national TV, and you're running around with like an A-lister in Rita Ora? Yeah, A-list.
Oh my god, that's the nicest thing I've ever said.
What's that like though? It's a lot.
I feel like Sting.
Sting the wrestler or Sting
the wrestler?
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Sting.
In what sense?
Like, I went through my black and white phase. I felt like
First of all, I just sat with Charles last week for an hour. Rita, I see everywhere, 24 hours a day. I don't have to feel bad. Yeah, she's an Instagram monster. She's on TV everywhere. She's like. Look at what she's wearing.
What?
Only a huge celebrity can wear this. What is that? It's an all pink head to toe outfit with like a black flap.
Yeah.
You know you're famous. You're wearing John Lennon glasses.
Yeah, because it's before 12.
Oh, of course. But of course. The one before?
No, but we've spoken on social media multiple times trying to kind of like get in together and work with me, Action Bronson and Mark Ronson, but we've always been like schedulally never in the same place.
Hey, so you guys just performed on Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty major. Remember we talked about that last time you were here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, did you watch it, Rosenberg?
No. But I haven't watched the episode yet. It's on my DVR.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
By the way, Rita